Yeah, that was awesome! Anybody out there want to try it? Maybe a young volunteer wants
as well. My name's Louis. I'll be your safari guide as we head out into the Harambe Wildlife Reserve. And once again, one day, let's go. That was a high-speed portion of the safari. It is over now that we have that out of our system. We are entering the Little Ituri Forest. Now here a lot of the animals depend on natural camouflage for protection. And we're going to look around and see if we can find them. Actually, look over on the right side. There's an okapi right there. Now the white stripes on the legs make them look like zebras, but they are related to giraffes. If you look at the face and head, you might see that family resemblance. They have a couple of short horn-like projections right above the eyes called ossicones, just like giraffes have. Very long prehensile tongue as well. And they are the only animal related to giraffes. Now coming up right on the side of our path, there are bongos, reddish brown. Now both male and female bongos have swept back horns that lets them run through the woods pretty quickly without getting caught up on anything. Well, the male's horns go straight back right in front of us, and the female's horns cross. Just next up, you can see a female right there.
Mama, there's one right here.
Guys, remember, please keep hands inside the vehicle. Remember, they are wild animals. And there's actually a little baby bongo right here next to us on the path. No horns yet. Black rhino right in front of us. Black rhinos get up to about 3,000 pounds. Very endangered animals.
Oh, there he is. Do you see him?
Now the horns on rhinos are not actual horns. They're not attached to their skulls. And they're made of keratin like our fingernails are. Those horns are the reason that they're hunted as much as they are. And we support several groups that are working really hard to educate people in some cultures about not using rhino horn products.
It's about the only side of a rhino you ever get a picture of.
If you get the picture of the front side, you better be running.
Kind of hard to see back there on the right. Just behind the bushes, there are a couple of greater kudu, light beige color. They're second tallest antelope on the reserve.
I don't see them. Oh, there they are.
Hopefully through
that was a rock.
conservation, at some point we might bring that poaching crisis for those rhino horns to an end. For too long, because there are hippos right in front of us on the bank. Hippos are among the largest and they are the most dangerous animals in Africa. Full-grown males can weigh over 5,000 pounds and they are responsible for more deaths in Africa every year than any other animal. They don't look like it, but they are very aggressive. Oh yeah. They might not have a typical runner's body, but they can actually run about 20 miles an hour, which is a lot faster than most of us. On the left, there's some in the water. They can hold their breath on there for about 8 minutes. On the island, there are pink-backed pelicans. They get their name from the color on their backs during their mating season. And we're going to look in the water. There's a couple more hippos. There's one right between us and this island up here. You can see it right under the water here. And another one coming up. You see that kind of running, walking underwater thing. They'll push themselves off the bottom as well. And it is incredible how fast they can move in the water. If you want to see something really cool, look up a video of a hippo chasing a boat. Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, coming up to the bridge, we're gonna go very slow. Poli, that's Swahili. On the left, Nile crocodiles. Now the big open mouth, that is one of the ways that they regulate their body temperature. Not trying to look scary, they just do. They'll get about 16 to 20 feet in length. They are found all over sub-Saharan Africa.
They're so pretty. I love the crocodiles.
Inside of the path, there's a baobab tree, also known as an upside down tree. Now, if you look at the branches, you'll see they look a lot like tree roots, giving it that name. And we are now in the savannah. Now, this is home to some of the most famous animals in Africa, the lions, the giraffes, the zebras. The animals here shape the landscape quite a bit. Elephants push trees over for food. Giraffes eat the under canopy of the trees. Grazing animals like the water buck right in front of us keep the grass trimmed. All of that combined gives the savannah that very clean, open look it normally has. Now the water buck walking way over there, you can see that, we got a chance to see it, that white circle on the backside. I think nature was a little bit cruel there.
There's a car! There's a car!
Oh, they have a long hair coat. They secrete this oily substance that makes them water repellent. Now it also makes them repellent in the sense that they smell really, really bad because of it. Now that part actually helps living in the savannah. If other animals don't want to come near you, it's not a bad thing. Right up ahead, after we pass these boulders, there are African wild dogs, also known as painted dogs. You can see where I'm pointing. Now they might look a little bit cuddly, they're not. They are the most successful predatory mammals in Africa, more than lions or cheetahs or hyenas. If you ever get a chance to hear them, they don't bark, they sound like squeaky toys. Very cute. Makes you want to go over there and pet them. It's a trap, don't do it.
They're so cute, Mom. They're so
In the clearing, right in the center, dark gray color, those are wildebeest out there. Now, they get their name from the Afrikaans for wild beast, easy enough. They run about 40 miles per hour, and during their migration, some herds have been spotted numbering in the tens of thousands. Now, they make up the largest, most densely packed herds of all mammals, except for one, and that would be us. I think any major sporting event or a day at Disney World. Yes. Yeah, when they're migrating, the individual herds can be in the tens of thousands. The overall number of the migration can be in the millions. Yeah, it's fairly incredible. If I'm not mistaken, I think migration has been seen from space. They are big enough. Now, directly behind them, the little guys laying down right there are called springbok. They get their name because when they're alarmed, they start jumping or springing. Now, they're only about 3 feet tall, but they can jump close to 10 feet. It's called pronking. Really, really cool to watch. Looks like they have springs built into their feet.
There's springs built into your feet.
Now, if you look all the way across the clearing where the bushes are over there, the tan color, those are Patterson Zealand. A couple of babies. Now, look at the size of them compared to the wildebeest. Those are babies. Those are only about 3 months old. We'll hopefully get a closer look at them. They are the largest of the antelope. And we'll look around and see if we might be able to find the male. Now, male Patterson Zealand can get about 6 feet tall at the shoulder, and they'll weigh about 2,000 pounds. Very, very large. The giraffe back there. That is a Maasai giraffe. How cute is that? Now, that is only about a 3 or 4 month old giraffe. They're actually about 6 feet tall at birth. So very, very tall babies. The Maasai giraffes have that irregular pattern on their coat.
What is he looking at?
You can see the ossicones on top of the head. Like I mentioned with the okapi, a lot bigger on the giraffe though.
What is he looking at?
Giraffes are the tallest animals, topping out at around 20 feet. 13, 14 feet tall.
Elephant butt.
As an individual animal, he is likely to be one of the largest land animals you'll see in your life. Believe it or not, from this angle, he looks a lot smaller than he is.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to cross another bridge. Once again, we're going to go very slow, poly-poly. This doesn't sound great, but it does hold up just fine most of the time. Really difficult to see, but there's a little baby elephant hiding right behind those two rocks. You see her just on the backside.
Look at the elephant.
Now we're going to come around. Hopefully we'll get a view of her. Let's see if she comes out. That's her big sister on the right side. She's hiding back there. Now, researchers here at Harambe Wildlife Reserve have been studying them for a while, and they found that elephants are really afraid of bees. So they've developed these beehive fences for use around farms. You see them all down here on the left. We'll come around the turn. Hopefully we can look back and see that baby.
Oh, I see her.
That is the correct sound to make when you see a baby elephant. Now when the elephants bump the fence, the bees come out buzzing. The buzzing sound scares them away. And we avoid a conflict between them and the farmers, which is great. A couple of big females over on the left. And you'll notice a lot of them have dirt or mud on them. They spray that on. It's like natural sunscreen. Their skin is pretty sensitive, and that does protect them from the sun. Move up just a little bit and see if we can get another glimpse of that baby back there. No, there's a lot of cover for her though.
I can't
And
see
she's only
her.
about 3 months old. Please remain seated.
Under their legs.
There's another one beside that big one.
I can remember a few months back when she was a little teeny tiny 300-pound newborn. Patterson Zealand over on the right side. Those are the babies. Now there's a male right in front of us. And this truck might be going over to get that male into a different area.
I see him.
Big female elephant on the left.
He's in the waterway. You can't really see me.
Now
around
let's
the
see if we
corner.
got a good look at this Patterson Zealand male up here. It's going right off the path. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be on our right side in a moment. I'm not sure how big this one is, but they get massive. Now look at him next to the truck. That is a very large animal. Now imagine he can actually jump over another one of him standing next to him.
Oh, wow.
Whoa, he's huge.
And that is all muscle. All right, as we come around the turn, there are greater flamingos. They are the lightest in color of the flamingos. And they get that color from the brine tryptophan, which is really high in carotene.
How does it duck?
A group of them is known as a flamboyance.
Oh,
Why they get that name.
that's big. There's a fish.
All right, over here on the left, we're gonna look around and see if we can find cheetahs. Now they blend in very well with their surroundings. Those spots actually help them blend in very well. Sometimes a little bit too well. All right, if you look right back, there's one. You look right through the trees laying down over there. Now they are the fastest land animals. They can run well over 60 miles an hour. Long, thick tails are like rudders, stabilize them when they're
Well,
running,
it's also bath
help them make better turns.
It's a kid in here. It's bath time. I know.
I told her I wanted to
All right, the rock formation right in front of us is called the Tikopia. Now lions will hang out up there, gives them a great vantage point, and of course we're going to look around, see if we can find them.
Where are they?
What is it called?
Where are they?
Right in front of us, down the path, there are white rhinos right on top of that ridge.
Oh, I
At least
see the
one of them.
rhinos.
There's another one a little further back. Now white rhinos get over 5,000 pounds, almost twice the size of the black rhino we saw before.
Where is the white rhino?
They run over 30 miles an hour,
Where is it?
and a group of them is known as a crash. And there's a reason for
Rhinos
that.
over here, sweetie. You see him right ahead of us?
That's so
Zebras on the right. All the way past the zebras, way back there with the horns. Those are addax, also known as white antelope. Female lion up here on the left side on the lower rocks.
I see her.
Now lions are one of the few big cats that hunt as a group or a pride. Females do the majority of the hunting. Let's see if we can get a better look. There's another one. Yep. There's another female right there. I think there's a male behind because I can see a little bit of that mane. Now the females do the majority of the hunting, about 90%. It takes a lot of energy and they will rest or sleep about 20 hours a day. They're nocturnal, so at this time of day, that's what they do. All right, as we come around the turn, there are warthogs. Now these beauties are the largest burrowing mammals. They use the tusks for digging and for defending themselves. And they are closely related to domestic pigs. Coming up once again on the right side, those zebras, they are black with white stripes, and we know that because of the coloring around their snouts and their hooves. Underneath their coat, their skin is pretty much the same. Another good view of the white rhinos up there. Standing way too close to the white rhino up there, those are Bontebok with the white face and the horns. Those little guys were hunted to extinction in the wild. So one of the few places you can't see them is on reserve. All right, on the right side, these are scimitar horned oryx. Now they get their name because the horns look like scimitar swords. They can go up to 9 months without drinking water. They get their water from the vegetation they eat. Now on my very first safari, as soon as I said that, one of them went over there and drank water. That was their way of letting me know that they can go 9 months. Just don't have to. The water's right there.